episode of Science with Shields. In this episode, we're going to make milk move. I hope you got the joke. Felt really silly doing that. Anyways, always with our science experiments, we put our safety goggles on. Probably won't need it, but you know what? Safety is first. So for this experiment, what you're going to need is you're going to need a plate, which we have here. You are going to need some milk. And whole milk works best. I have 2% milk here, but it will also work for this experiment. You will need some Q-tips and also food coloring, as well as dish soap. So we've got all of our ingredients here, and the first thing you want to do is you're going to pour the milk onto the glass. So that's what we're going to do. And try not to spill the milk. All right, and then you want to let it settle. You'll watch the milk move a little bit, but before you add the food coloring, you definitely want that to kind of settle for a second. So we'll get out our food coloring. We're going to use blue, yellow, green, and red, so all of the colors. And what we're going to do is carefully put a drop of food coloring on this plate of milk. So let's start off with the yellow. And again, you just carefully want to put 1 drop of food coloring in. Next, I'm going to use the red. It doesn't matter what order you go into. And again, carefully stick that in. I'm going to do the green. And it will expand a little bit out. And then the blue. Okay, so we're gonna let that kind of expand a little bit. And the next thing we're gonna do is take a Q-tip. And I want to first show you guys, if you stick a Q-tip in, what happens. And you can see that nothing really happens when we stick the Q-tip in. It just kind of goes and nothing really interacts here. So the next thing we want to do is on the other end of your Q-tip, you want to put some dish soap on it. Do that next. And I want you guys to watch this reaction because it's really cool on the plate of milk with what happens when we stick this in. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to drop, and you see how all of the food coloring scatters and goes to the end of the plate. It's a really cool reaction. And why does this happen? Well, let's take a look at our graphic. So why did the food coloring scatter to the end of the plate? Well, it's because milk contains water, vitamins, minerals, proteins, and fats. And when you add dish soap, it causes the water and fat molecules to move apart. So why does this happen? Well, this is due to molecules having positive and negative and even no charges. And it's those charges, when they interact with each other and don't interact with each other, that makes the water and the milk separate and leads to this happening on our plate, which is really, really cool, and it makes milk move. And if you'd like to try this experiment, I'd love to see what happens with your experiment. Make sure to send me photos or even send me videos of it. And if you'd like to check out other episodes of Science with Shields, head over to WTAJ+.